Alright, for these split jerk position baby steps, first thing we're going to start out, you're going to get in your jerk power stance, standing here straight up and down. You're going to put your hands on your hips. Your hands on your hips are going to be very important because it's going to help you maintain the hip and shoulder alignment. So on the split jerk, when people split, it's very common for their hips to be way back and the bar to kind of be a little bit forward. So we need to reinforce those hips staying underneath. Okay? And we're going to do that by guiding that position with the hands on the hips. Okay? So you're going to start out in that position, and you're just going to slowly start walking backwards and forward out to your ideal split position. Once you get there, and once you feel that it's right, once everything is set up correctly, and I'm going to show you what that is in a second, then you'll hold it for about 10 seconds or so on each rep, and then recover correctly. Okay? When you recover correctly, again, I want the hips and shoulders to be in alignment, but I want them to stay in the same plane. So you're going to bring that front foot back first, and then meet in middle with the back. Okay? So that ideal split position is going to be with the front shin vertical or slightly angled back, with a slight bend in the back knee and up on that toe. Okay? Now your front foot can be straight or with a slight inward angle, and your back foot can be straight or with a slight inward angle like that. Okay, so on the back foot it can be straighter in, front foot can be straight or slightly in like that. We don't want them, definitely don't want them to go the other way. Okay, so now to find that split position, we're going to use a lunge method. Okay, you're going to get down into this lunge, and you need to make sure that all these things are lined up correctly. And what that needs to be is on your back toe, the knee, the hip, and the shoulder need to be in perfect 100% straight up and down alignment. The front shin needs to be vertical right here. Okay, and once you find that, then you can stand up. Okay, you can stand up about 12 inches or so, depending on the height of the individual. But you need to get to a point to where you feel a little bit stretched. You're stretched here, but you're stretched kind of up a little bit. You don't want to be too low, and you don't want to be too high. If you're too low, and you get used to that, you're going to be pretty unstable down there. So on the split jerk, it just needs to be kind of a stick right there at a little bit of a higher point than most people get into. You have the ability to ride it down a little bit if you need to, but for the most part, it needs to be a stick. Okay, now, you find that, get comfortable with that position. When you're doing these things, you're doing these baby steps or this lunge method, just make sure that width-wise your feet are staying out. Okay, so if you're walking out and those feet are coming in like this, you're not going to be very stable that way. Okay, so pay attention to those things when you're doing these split foot position baby steps.